Welcome to Mzansi Best Brands. Follow us as we look into the distribution company with a palette for premium lifestyle living. Today we look at the Really Great Brand Company, or RGBC, making an impact in the alcohol industry. Originally founded in 1996, starting with the distribution of Jack Daniel's and Southern Comfort, the Really Great Brand Company's portfolio has grown to no less than 25 really great premier brands with spectacular champagnes, whiskies, bourbons, cognacs, vodka and liqueurs. Known as RGBC, the Really Great Brand Company is a small, driven, independent and owner-managed company that aspires to provide its clients with great collections. RGBC has a vision to be the leading supplier of premium spirits in Southern Africa, as well as to be the most admired liquor company in South Africa. As purveyors of fine spirits and champagne, RGBC offers bespoke marketing and distribution solutions for amazing brands that also include Hennessy, Glenmorangie, Tullamore, Dom Pérignon, Hendrick's Gin, Glenmorangie Single Malt, Woodford Reserve American Whiskey, Moët Chandon, Benriach Scotch Whiskey, Monkey Shoulder Malt Whiskey, El Jimador Tequila, Krug, Ruinart, Drambuie, Veuve Clicquot, Finlandia Vodka, Ardbeg, Glenglassaugh Whiskey, Sailor Jerry Rum, and more. RGBC's success is largely driven by its commitment to nurturing its brands and its culture, with a focus on excellence, innovation, and delivering great customer experiences. We will look at some of the famous brands making a statement in South Africa. In RGBC's amazing collection is Hendrick's Gin, a brand of gin produced by William Grant and Sons at the Veuve Distillery, Scotland, and launched in 1999. In addition to the traditional juniper infusion, Hendrick's uses Bulgarian rose and cucumber to add flavor. Hendrick's Gin is bottled in a dark brown apothecary-style bottle. Hendrick's suggests that the gin be served with tonic water over ice, garnished with cucumber instead of the traditional citrus. RGBC distributes Moët Chandon, also known simply as Moët, the French fine winery, and part of the luxury goods company, LVMH Moët Hennessy, Louis Vuitton Essy, Moët Chandon. It is one of the world's largest champagne producers and a prominent champagne house. Moët Chandon was established in 1743 by Claude Moët, and today owns 1,190 hectares, or 2,900 acres, of vineyards, and annually produces approximately 28 million bottles of champagne. Moët Chandon merged with Hennessy Cognac in 1971 and with Louis Vuitton in 1987 to become LVMH, Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy, the largest luxury group in the world, netting over 16 billion euros in fiscal 2004. Moët Chandon was holding a royal warrant as supplier of champagne to Queen Elizabeth II. Dom Pérignon is a brand of vintage champagne. The first vintage of Dom Pérignon was from 1921 and was only released for sale in 1936, sailing to New York in the liner Normandy. Dom Pérignon is always a vintage champagne, meaning that all grapes used to make the wine were harvested in the same year. A Veuve Clicquot Ponsardin is a champagne house founded in 1772 and based in Reims. It is one of the largest champagne houses. The company was purchased in 1986 by Louis Vuitton, now part of the LVMH group formed in 1987 and continues to expand worldwide. Glenmorangie Distillery is owned by the Glenmorangie Company Limited, a subsidiary of Louis Vuitton Moët Hennessy, whose main product is the range of Glenmorangie single malt whiskey. Glenmorangie is categorized as a Highland distillery and boasts the tallest stills in Scotland. Glenmorangie has been the best-selling single malt in Scotland almost continuously since 1983 and produces around 10 million bottles per annum, of which about 6.5 million are sold in the UK. Globally, Glenmorangie has a 6% share of the single malt market. Jas Hennessy and CI, commonly known simply as Hennessy, is a French producer of cognac, which has its headquarters in Cognac, France. It is one of the best-known cognac houses, along with Martel, Courvoisier, and Rémy Martin, who together make around 45% of the world's cognac. Hennessy sells approximately 102 million bottles of its cognacs per year, making it the world's largest cognac producer. And in 2017, its sales represented around 60% of the US cognac market. The brand is owned by Moët Hennessy since a champagne and cognac merger in the early 70s, which is in turn owned by LVMH 66% and Diageo 34%, Diageo acting as a controlling shareholder. Jack Daniel's is a brand of Tennessee whiskey. It is produced in Lynchburg, Tennessee by the Jack Daniel Distillery, which has been owned by the Brown-Forman Corporation since 1956. Jack Daniel's Black Label Tennessee whiskey is the best-selling whiskey in the world and remains the flagship product of Brown-Forman Corporation. In 2017, the product had sales of 12.9 million cases. Underlying net sales for the Jack Daniel's brand grew by 3%. Other brand variations, such as Tennessee Honey, Gentleman Jack, and Tennessee Fire, added another 2.9 million cases to sales. Sales of an additional 800,000 equivalent cases in ready-to-drink products brought the fiscal year total to more than 16.1 million equivalent adjusted cases for the entire Jack Daniel's family of brands. As a fully independent drinks business, RGBC has succeeded because of the company's culture, values, and behaviors. RGBC is fully committed to building premium brands awareness through marketing, thought leadership, and commercial execution excellence within the liquor distribution industry. Alcohol remains the primary substance of abuse in South Africa. Between 7.5% and 31.5% of South Africans have an alcohol problem or are at risk of developing one. The per capita consumption of alcohol in South Africa is 11 litres, the most in Africa. The levels of fetal alcohol syndrome, or FAS, in South Africa are the highest ever recorded. This is a devastating disability that is totally preventable by not consuming alcohol while pregnant. South African female drinkers each consume 16 litres of pure alcohol per year on average, which is estimated 80% above the world average of 8.9 litres. This proves that the demand for alcohol in South Africa has become a noteworthy concern. The demand for alcohol use in South Africa is considerably high, and a state of national disaster confirmed how problematic this issue is. We cannot continue to be oblivious to the problematic relationship between South Africa and alcohol use. The results show that South Africa has the highest number of alcohol consumption and the highest rates of FAS in the world. There is an imbalance between the demand for alcohol use and the demand for treatment for alcohol use in South Africa. The ineffective demand reduction strategies are a breach to address the demand for alcohol use in South Africa. The burden of disease will continue to grow significantly if there is no action taken against underage drinking in South Africa and the unlicensed liquor outlets that meet the demand for underage drinking. Nevertheless, celebrating famous international brands is deep-rooted in the South African culture, and it is the way RGBC conducts itself. With local market knowledge and deep African consumer insights that create buzz and excitement for customers and consumers, RGBC sets itself apart from competitors as an independent drinks company with passionate people. RGBC commits to being a fair employer of choice, embracing diversity and inclusion, and conducting business in a law-abiding, ethical way. Amongst its key account managers, RGBC has 34 years of experience within the RGBC business. RGBC focuses on curating a portfolio of premium beverages to meet the growing demand for luxury experiences in the region, positioning itself as a top supplier in the liquor industry. RGBC has a strategic vision to become the leading supplier of premium spirits and to be admired for its operations within South Africa. It has a well-established network that allows it to serve licensed liquor outlets, bars, and various events across the country. The company not only distributes products, but is also heavily involved in shaping South Africa's premium liquor market by bringing international brands to local consumers. However, there are no detailed insights into the specific companies that helped establish RGBC, nor clear information about its shareholding structure in the available sources. There are no precise market share statistics for RGBC in the media. In South Africa, though, the market is highly competitive. and a company like RGBC could be expected to hold anywhere from 15% to 25% of the premium spirits market, depending on the performance of its brands, compared to rivals like Pernod Ricard and Distel. South Africans are always looking for reasons to celebrate life. The company was formed to cater to a sophisticated clientele, offering an array of high-quality liquors, including cognacs, vodkas, liqueurs, and more. The next time you attend a social event, be prepared for your taste buds to be amazed. Follow us for our next episode as we dive into the history of brands and how they've made their mark here in Mzansi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode of Mzansi Best Brands. Time will tell.